Hello everyone, I'm here at the Mobile World Congress to meet clients who are using connectivity to create new relationships between products and their end users. We've got a load of interesting demos here at the show, so I want to give you a quick tour. So come with me and let me show you what's going on. This is one of the really exciting demos that I want to talk about today, because it's actually about the thing which is powering all of this intelligence and experience that we're seeing in the world around us. And it's about silicon. It's about the new dimension of capabilities that we can introduce through artificial intelligence, but it's really about what's going on under the hood. So as you may know, there is a huge surge in the capacity of being able to manufacture and deliver new levels of computing to support all of these experiences. And that requires capacity. That means we have to build new factories. And of course, we need to train a whole new cohort of people to be able to work in these factories to create these new intelligent systems which are powering our products. So this is a physical mock-up of a lab at Purdue University, who are one of the leaders in the field of innovation around silicon manufacturing. What we've actually got here is a layout of all of the facility that Purdue are using to train and educate that workforce of the future in dealing with these complex manufacturing processes. So building these systems is very, very complicated. It requires very, very specific environment in which manufacturing operations can take place. It's expensive and difficult to bring people into the lab, and it's even harder to design the lab in such a way that is able to operate at top performance all of the time. So by creating a virtual representation of the lab, it's possible to conduct analyses to see where are we situating certain parts of this process, knowing that there is a whole system around these individual stations, keeping the room clean and keeping the number of particles in the air to an absolute minimum. So we can do analyses to see where are we locating certain parts of the system, and even to educate people on how to operate that machinery in a clean room environment. This allows us to bring many more students into the lab, educate a lot more people to be able to work in these very complex environments every day. And you can see simulations taking place there, which are actually showing how the HVAC systems, so the air conditioning systems in these clean room environments, not only interact with the equipment, but interact with the people who are working in those environments. We can test out, are we placing the equipment in the right place? Are people able to perform the operations that are required of them in this very constrained environment? So the virtual twin itself is mocked up on the 3DEXCITE platform in a scientific fashion. This gives us the basis for conducting those simulations. At the same time, we want to be able to operate those twins in an environment which is used for training, where people can really see and experience immersively how it feels like to work in under those conditions. And you can see two people here actually working together to conduct certain parts of the process, in this case move a wafer from where the wafer arrives on the line through to where it is actually etched to create new silicon products. One of the great things about this demo is it actually brings together different functions around the 3DEXCITE platform. And this is actually reflected in how brands of Dassault Systèmes are working together to come up with these real-life scenarios. For example, we've got Delmia, who are working on the manufacturing process. We've got Simulia, who are working on the simulation of all of that clean room technology. And we've got Katia, who are actually working on the modelization of this complex environment. And finally, 3DEXCITE, who's taking all of that equity and scientific information and turning it into an experience which is understandable for the humans who are working in this environment. So in the Purdue demo, we saw how we can get different functions to work together around the 3DEXCITE platform. The Human First project with Software République actually shows how we can get different companies to work together and even completely different industries. Automotive, telecommunications, and all of the other functions that are necessary to develop a complex product like this one need to work together to deliver services and mobility for people in cities. So cars are getting smarter and more aware of their surroundings. But what makes Human First special is how these different actors work together to deliver new value to people as they move around cities. So for example, technologies in the vehicle and in the city infrastructure work together to keep vulnerable road users, such as pedestrians or bicyclists, safe as people move around the city. The car actively monitors the driver and other occupants, making sure that they are relaxed, making sure that they are awake, and making sure that they're happy and enjoying the situation as they move around in the human-first vehicle.